Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless here with Carlos from Daily Carry Solutions. Now we are here today with David's son at the Civivi booth. So great to see you, it's always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure indeed to see you.
Yeah, so thanks for having us. A little bit earlier we covered some Wii products, but now we're going to turn the corner, we're going to get into your Civivi line. So
excellent.
Equal quality, just a little bit more maybe on the affordable side, would you say?
On the more economical, if you will, the more medium to the entry-level range, you can buy these as an impulse. So don't worry about abusing them, because if they break or if you lose them, go ahead and replace it with ease. Nice.
So even though this may be the slightly more affordable line, you do have some really beautiful knives in this lineup. Let's take a look at this one here. If you look here, this caught my eye immediately. Just this gorgeous gentleman's folding knife.
Right. This is the Rustic Gent. As you can see, it's a traditional folding lockback style that harkens back to a simpler day when having a knife was the absolute necessary thing to have on your person. It has a micarta handle here with a carbon fiber bolster. Now, when you fold it, there's a safe half stop so it doesn't fall on your finger. We have brought out the Rustic Gent with D2 steel. This is an upgrade we'll be bringing out in 2020 with a stainless Damascus. So that's a true Damascus. So you're seeing not just the pattern, you're true real steel. And because it's stainless, your maintenance cost is kept down to a minimum. Now, as always, this is not the only thing you'll get. You will also receive allow me here, a full leather top grain premium sheath. It has a clip, so you can carry this still slipping in your pocket, or you can carry it with a sheath and clip that to your pocket. One of the extra things I want to point out is when you carry like this, you can show everyone what you're carrying.
Nice.
And of course, want it to be low profile, you can also use here, and that hidden linear will allow you to pull it out with the aid of a linear.
Smart.
All right, so that's the Rustic Gent. Let me show you the next one. This is the Chronic. The Chronic from 2019 has been a regular flipper with the flipper on the back of the knife. This one, we made some changes so you get a different version, a front flipper. Very crisp, very clean. And of course, you will receive this with G10 and D2, and we've made this more upscale one with a carbon fiber handle and stainless Damascus.
That's beautiful. The first thing that catches my attention is that very slim profile. I like that this is a very slim package, will just disappear in your pocket. It's non-assuming. You pull this out in a meeting or in the office, no one's really going to get too worried about it.
It's a new trend. We believe that actually Knife Center did a video on this called the Gentleman's Tactical Knife.
Right.
And this one is more of an expansion in this, so that we have carbon fiber Damascus, so it will go perfect with your suit. You're dressed for the boardroom meeting, and then you pull it out. You're not going to scare out your executives, but instead you may get a compliment for how beautiful it is.
So that's an interesting point. Now, my question on the carbon fiber scales, is this full carbon fiber all the way through, or is it a carbon fiber layment on the outside of the scale?
It is carbon fiber lay on the outside of the scale, but the carbon fiber we use in the Civivi line is a carbon fiber overlay on a G10 base. So you get the durability of G10, but also the beauty of carbon fiber.
Nice. And with that deep pocket clip there?
It will disappear whatever you want it to.
Beautiful.
Let's move into the Odium, the smaller brother of the Malice. So, not so malicious, but it's still maybe irritant, maybe grudging, maybe an itch you can't scratch, or maybe ennui. Odious, that's the one. Odious, the Odium. A very distinctive Ferris Forge styling, you can see. Rounded and contoured,
nicely
G10 handle. Matching color back spacer. A low carry pocket clip here. You can either use the thumb open or flip it open real quick. So this one, when you put in your pocket, it complements its bigger brother, the Malice, very nicely in either your offhand or as a 50 state legal carry where the mallets may be too big.
Now, David, one thing I'm seeing right away, what I think is a really neat detail, and it's always the details that catch your eye and just really draw you to a knife. You have that little bit of an exposed scale underneath there, so you're seeing on the frame, it's just kind of sticking out over the top, right over the edge of the scale. Really neat look, gives it a little bit of pop, and just a nice little tasty here.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And the other thing, number of different colors offered in this.
Yes, as you can see here, we have orange for when you want to get noticed, OD green, black, tan, blue, and gray.
So David, it's not always about the knife. Sometimes you get neat little tools. Anything from Civivi worth looking at here?
Absolutely. I got 4 things here to show you, but you know, it's not always about the knives, but it's always nice to have a knife by your side. And I know the next one, the Kevlar, is right up your alley. A full-size, very hefty, very beefy knife, full tank construction with a linear hole at the end. You have jimping here to help you grip it, and you have it's good. You have a big choil here, so when you hold it, and you can definitely hold it. When you chop it, your finger is not blocking the blade from reaching all the way down to the chopping board.
So one of the things that when I grip a knife, other than the actual scales themselves adding to the purchase of the knife, the tang of the knife always comes into play. Now here you will notice that the tang of the knife is slightly exposed over those scales. What's nice here is that is well chamfered. It's not going to create any hot spots. It's not going to bother you. In fact, I like that. I have knives that are like this. I greatly enjoy them. I think it adds to the overall sort of look and feel of the knife, and generally speaking, feels great in the hand. You have a nice full-size handle here. My hands are a large-size hand, and so I have plenty of handle. And even though here you'll see it does get a little bit thin in the back, it doesn't feel overly thin. I actually picked this up earlier, and if you notice, that knife is nicely balanced. That is absolutely perfectly balanced. So that's what you want to keep the knife feeling nimble in your hand. So nicely done.
The designer did a great job on the ergonomics of this knife.
A deep blade, a little bit of a swedge on top, definitely cool.
So from the same designer comes this little beast. Is it a cram bit or is it a camping knife? It can be both. It's a very nicely shaped cram bit. You can also punch with the front, add a little damage there. But the handle is long enough, and with enough curves, you can hold it easily with or without or with your pinky in the ring. And again, a deep flat grind so that you can cut, your fingers are out of the way and will not interfere in that task.
Now it's interesting you say that, because one of the things I like with a blade of this shape is when you can get down flat on the working surface. If you notice here, that blade will go all the way down to your working surface. Your hands are completely clear. So for a small blade that may not be your primary blade, but a nice little secondary blade, you don't have a lot of blade length, but you get a lot of function. And the ability to get right down to that working surface, definitely a plus.
You actually do a rocking cut with this one because it's so deep.
Yeah, nice. Good purchase overall, feels nice in the hands.
The next 2 are just simply prototypes from the very early stages. They're still waiting for full approval before proceeding forward. The first one is from Alex Weiss. Alex won an award at the 2019 USN Award for his design, and we're very happy to have him on our team. This is a very simple but functional but very straightforward outdoor folding knife. A full-size handle, a full tank construction with a hidden linear right here. The ergonomics is wonderful, but I think the fact that it has a relatively compact blade but a long handle is that you can exercise maximum control for anything you do.
Now, this caught my attention pretty quick, and as David mentioned, compared to the actual blade, nice, long, full handle. And so the other thing that really caught my attention, there are no bolts, very clean on the sides of these slabs.
It might be hidden bolts. Something that you won't really find in this range, but we'd like to try something different. But I will caution you that because this is very, very early in the R&D stage, a lot of details may still change on this knife.
Yeah, but at least from a first perspective, nice and clean. Nice little design. So last but not least, you have a small little tool, something that maybe is capable of being brought through security at an airport.
Well, you make it, when you say it like that, it sounds dangerous now. And we bring to you the tactical tweezer from Mr. Bob Terzuola. Nicely anodized with black finish and highlight case with a lanyard hole, so you can actually hang this from your fishing vest if you really need to. With a lock here, so twist to unlock, tighten it, and now you have your tweezer. Very nicely fine-headed tweezer, so with a gripping, so you never lose your grip on this. One of the things I want to make sure you notice is that I'm squeezing this extremely hard. You can see my fingers are turning white, but notice how the head of the tweezer stays together, never lose that grip. That was one of the Bob's primary requirement, is that when you make this tweezer, you make sure it cannot pop open. So yes, and here if you hold on to that, I will show you my keychain. In the last 3 months, I've been carrying this guy on my keychain, and it's been with me on multiple flights, both domestically and internationally. And I will say that it has gone through international security or domestic security with not an eyelash being raised.
I think this is nice. I mean, you know, it could be good for men or women. It's a classy little piece. Looks very nice. You can feel the machining is very smooth. Has that nice little sort of, call it jimping or ribbing on there. So just a beautiful piece. Nicely done. Interesting finish and excellent offering from the Civivi line. So David, thank you very much. I appreciate you bringing us through your Civivi lineup for 2020. As always, it's a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure. Thank you for having me on your show.
Absolutely, you better believe it. And we'll see you soon.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
Take care.
Thank you.